This is casualnerdhammer.net, and I got for you today a Kings of War battle report. Yesterday, some of the Nerdhammer boys we got together to play a couple practice games for the upcoming Keystone GT that we are running this weekend coming up, the 12th, 13th, and 14th. Games are on the 13th and 14th, but we always show up early and have open gaming on Friday night. So if you're interested in coming, please send us an email at info@nerdhammer.net. You can still get in. We're going to have over 30 people, probably somewhere between 32 to 38, somewhere in that range. So come on out. It's going to be a good time. We're going to play some Kings of War and have a blast. So I'm playing Lengel on this side. I am playing the Brotherhood. I have a unit of Redemption, Regiment of Redemption. The guys with the steam tank here. This is the regular Brotherhood Knights. I put the steam tank in there because they have Pathfinder, so I figured the steam tank can just mow over cheese. I got a Treb up here on the hill. I have a horde of martyrs. The martyrs with the flag have crushing strength 1 from the brew of strength. This guy here is in a exalted, no, not a redeemer. He has wings of honey maze, so he figure Capticus is a good representation of him. Really nice model. He has nerve 13, 15, which I really like. I think that's a really good nerve value for an individual. He does have regen 5, and he has 5 attacks, crushing strength 1, and thunderous charge 2. So I feel he's a really good surprise type individual that can fly around and do crazy things. The big troll guy, he is my Forsaken Beast. He just has 5 up regen. In behind, I have my Forsaker. He has Enscrolled Armor, so he's at defense 6. Another Treb back here. Another Horde of Martyrs. The unit with the altar in is the unit of Redemption Knights, so they have 5 up regen. They do have the fire oil upgrade. And then here on the end, I have another unit of Forsaken. These guys fly. Not a unit, regiment of Forsaken. These guys fly. I love their threat range. I love the amount of attacks they have. I really like my list. I think I would like to see some more units in, but I do have good flyers. I have a good individual. I have 2 good monsters, and I have 2 big hordes that can hold down things that also have regen on them. So I really like my list, and so that's what we're gonna roll with. The scenario we rolled up is our round 2 scenario. It's dominate basically. So if you're interested in how the packet goes, I could either put a link in, or you can go to our website, and I think the packet's in with the info about the GT and how we score things. It's kind of like ETC does, but just a little different. And the other rules, we have kind of our own compact. The one thing we're not doing is accepting the flying changes. We thought it was a little too abrasive for flyers. You pay a lot for them, and they should have some flexibility. That's our opinion. Anyway, these guys are the sons on foot. He has a Magus Conclave there. There's Herja in the back, and the king on a griffin, or a king on a manic, or whatever he is. This unit in here, that's the sons on horseback. He has a unit of Bloodsworn, Magus in the back, or a Magus Conclave, and then a Magus, and then I forget what these guys are. Some kind of troll guys, I guess. But a horde of those, and that's a horde. I guess that's a regiment of sons. Yeah. Yep, and just showing the buildings on this side. So I let him go first because in Dominate I kind of want to have the hammer and be able to throw in a unit at the end if I need to. So shooting does 3 damage to the Forsaken Beast, which isn't too bad. I got regen 5. I should be able to get that back. And his movement, like such, he brings up the king pretty aggressively, and just trying to push towards that center spot that is right there. Herja flies up here. I really like my matchup here against Lengel and the Varangur. I feel that I have a lot of speed on the flanks, and I can get around him and kind of envelop him, and that's kind of what I'm going to go for here. His army's really tough in combat, so I'm hoping the Trebs hit early and if not, oh well. I mean, I really going to be counting on flanks and counter charges here. So on my turn, I move up like such. As you can see, I am starting to envelop him a little bit. I move my Forsaker back because I'm thinking if his king's going to go out the treble, I'll have a great counter charge and be able to hold him up a little bit. Um, just kind of threatening the king. If the king goes in pretty much anywhere, I mean, he can go into the knights here, and I won't be able to counter charge. But if he wants to hold his king up on those knights for a bit, I think I even have the 20 inches to flank there. I'm not 100% sure. Um, on the right side, I move these knights up to threaten flanks. Their flank is pretty well protected by the building. We play that the whole base is impassable. That's where Herja is there. And I push up in the center. I'm just trying to get close to the center for dominate. And my Redeemer, I just fly in here and behind. I have a lot of options with him. He can see over the infantry, so for charges and things, I can do a lot with him. And over here I am just flying the Forsaken to threaten some flanks on that side. And the trip goes off. I rolled a 6 to hit, a 6 for my number of shots, and I do 6 wounds. So mark of the beast on the beast, pretty nice. He wasn't wavered or anything like that. And over here, 5 wounds done. This is my other Shreb hits, and does some more wounds. So that's pretty awesome. Treb's on fire early. So turn 2, Herja goes into this unit. That's not ideal. I really don't have anything to counter with on this side. I'm just going to have to deal with Herja holding those guys up for a bit until he decides to do something else with them. His sons go into my martyrs. They're gonna put some wounds on him, but I feel like I have good counters set up, and the martyrs should be able to hold, and they're gonna be able to swing back pretty decent with crushing strength 1. I really like that on those. On this side, yeah, he's reshuffling. He decides not to go after the trap with his king. He's just repositioning and looking to protect his assets in the center. Sons move over such. Magus Conclave are moving around. They take some shots. I'm trying to think if he killed anything this round or not. Not 100% sure, but you can see my movement over here. Going wide with my Forsaken on my turn. Yeah, just a shot of that side. And his Magus Conclave take off the beast. Yeah, they hit pretty good. He also has a breath weapon on the king, so focus fire took him down. That's a little unfortunate, but I mean, at least he wasn't shooting some better targets, I think. So I want to deal with it. And over here, yeah, the Suns do 11 wounds. That's pretty good. Probably what to be expected. I mean, they have like 20 attacks, I think. But my guys are fearless. He actually rolled enough to pop him. He rolled an 11, and thankfully the Redeemer has Inspire, so it's another reason to keep Inspire near. He re-rolled and he wasn't able to break him then. And Hershey does 2 wounds to the Brotherhood Knights. My turn 2. I decide to countercharge his sons with my Martyr Horde and my Forsaker. I take the Brotherhood Knights back into Herja. I'm just not going to be able to get any wounds drawn. I mean, that unit's pretty much stuck, and I really don't have a good way to support them at the moment. Maybe if I can get these sons out of the way, I can fly the Forsaker over after a reform. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to deal with that. My Redeemer, I do charge the Conclave up here. I'm hoping to sweep in and get him out of the way. But as you see, he's actually on this wall, so he's going to be hindered on his charge. So he's going to lose, 2 Thunderous charge, which is unfortunate. And instead of hitting on 3s with 5 attacks, he's going to be hitting on 4s with 5 attacks. And that's going to make it a little dicier. Oh, the screen's going crazy. I fly the Forsaken around this side. I got some great opportunities here. 20-inch fly. I have some rears and some flanks. They're going to be a real threat on that side. I push my other Martyr Horde up to start threatening, this left flank. The Redemption Knights are kind of lagging behind. We're kind of playing, the range game here, if I go into there, it's going to take me a while to get back into support. Plus, he has the Bloodsworn there. I'm not sure if I want to just throw them out on that flank yet. And I throw my other Forsaken Knights up at the top, just trying to get them out of the arc of the Sons on Foot and threaten anything that I can threaten on this side. At this point, I feel pretty good. Hers is kind of a thorn in my side, but I don't know how else to deal with a flying individual as strong as she is. So having, her hung up on 200 and what are they, 220 point knights, 225 point knights, and she's about 260. If they fight it out all day and he doesn't decide to do anything else with her, then I guess that's okay, as long as my center doesn't collapse too badly. Yeah, just a shot of me coming in and threatening that side, and the shot on the other side to give you an idea what's going on. So yeah, the Forsaker and the Crushing Strength Martyrs did pretty well, and I actually regen 2 wounds from regeneration 6 up on those guys, so that's pretty good. Got those Suns out of the way and reform as such. I couldn't tilt the Forsaker in a way because I'm so tight here. That I could get Herja in my front arc, so I just got to kind of deal with the king in front of me. The king has 6 wounds on him, so I've been trying to land treb shots on him, more treb shots, and nothing went through on the second turn there. So I really just want to force another nerve test or 2 on him and hopefully get him off the table. This is where I kind of miss even having a unit of archers to just try to sneak a wound through and get a nerve test. And over here I do 3 wounds to the Conclave, and he failed the first nerve check, but the Magus was close enough, and he passes. So not a really good spot for my individual to be. I was hoping to get in there and blow through them, easily getting out of the arc of the Bloodsworn. That did not happen that way, unfortunately. But at least that guy won't be able to shoot this turn, and bought me some time. Turn 3, Varangur. He pushes up. He knows these guys are kind of stuck, and he needs some time. So he's baiting me to charge him there. Whether I take that, I'm not 100% sure at this point of the game. His Bloodsworn decide to charge my Redeemer, which is a smart move. They should be able to bust through him, but he was touching that right there, so he's gonna be hindered going in. So -1 to hit him, so that might help. That might help. And since he is an individual, they won't be triple or double in their attacks on the flank. He moves his Magus here. I think he shot some lightning bolts at these guys, but yeah, he did shoot lightning bolts. He did 3 wounds and actually wavered that unit. That is unfortunate. I do have Headstrong on them, so on a 4-up, they can shake off the waver effect, but yeah, it's still annoyingly bad because it's a 50-50 chance if they're going to sit there. So he sends his trolls. I don't know if they're trolls or not. I forget what his list is. Yeah, I don't know if they're trolls. I don't even know if Varangur has trolls. The king goes in here. Varangur. That's what I wanted to say. The king and the trolls go in here. That's going to be enough to pop those guys. But I do have a reroll, so you never know. Stranger things have happened. And Herja has 2 wounds, goes back into the knights. And yeah, these guys wavered, just brutal. So yeah, after combat, he pops him. He gets a wound back on his king, and his king gets enough to get through and out of the charge arc of my Forsaker. And these guys just turn around to face the Bloodsworn. My turn 3. Yeah, not much I can do about the king. I'm just going to have to try to shoot him with the 2 Shreb shots that I have left. And I move my martyrs up here to the center. Get those guys in the front arc, so if they charge there, they're at least stuck there. And on this side, I do take the Redemption Knights in. This was a very, very important turn for a few reasons. I asked Lengel about the Bloodsworn. I know they can come back to life on a 4-up after you do enough wounds and you rout them. And I said to him, if they come back, do I still get a reform? I said, if I kill them, actually, here's how I said it. I said, if I kill them, do I get a reform? Meaning, if they come, I know if I kill a unit I can reform. But what I meant to say was, and I should have been more articulate, was if I kill them but you bring them back, do I still get a reform? Like, how does the steps work? Um, Lengel said yes, but he didn't say yes to if they come back, only if I kill them. So I wouldn't have put the Forsaker in. I had enough here to do it, but I thought no matter what, if I get a reform, I can face the Forsaker this way and take the charge from these guys. Or if he charges the Martyrs, I would have the Forsaker in the flank. That's what I meant by it. So I put everybody in. I did pass my headstrong test, so I was able to get that in. So this is going to be 27 attacks in the rear, 18 in the flank, and another 14 from the Forsaker. It's going to be well enough to get them to pop. It's just a matter of are they going to come back or not. If they do come back, I was hoping that I still got a reform, but we've later determined that that's not the case. And over here in the Redemption Knights, I want to put these guys in. When I put them in, I thought I was center to center, and we looked at it again, and I actually clipped these woods here. So I went from doing 9 or 10 wounds to them to only doing 3 because we went back and re-rolled it because I was hindered. And had I been hindered, I definitely would not have put them in there. I would have just marched them past. But yeah, kind of rusty, I guess, because these are things that I should not ever make mistakes on, and it's going to cost me, I think. They have just showing the charges there. And here after combat, I do 24. Wait, yeah, 24 and another 8, so 32 wounds. Yeah, did pretty good. But they do come back to life, and that's when we found out, or I found out, that I don't get the reform. So I just pop ahead. I gave the rear to this guy. It's going to be all downhill from here. There's no doubt about it. He's going to be able to countercharge. One of these, clear them up. Shooting should clear up another one. I did put my Redeemer into his Magus, and I did 3 wounds, but I wasn't able to pop him. His King goes into my Treb, and his Trolls go into the flank of my Forsaker. That's going to kill him easy. These guys counter. They're going to absolutely get dominated there. Shooting does... These guys are up to 7 wounds. I think they end up popping. Over here, these guys are now wavered and have 9 wounds on them, so they're definitely in trouble. The Sun's definitely put in some work there. Yep, those guys are killed. My Forsaker is killed, and its Magus just walks away. So desperation time. I fly these guys into the flank of the Suns, hoping to pick them up, and I countercharge, or I charge with the Martyrs into his Trolls. Over here, yeah, this guy decided to charge into his King. Didn't do any wounds, I don't think. No, I did. I think I did wounds, but nothing happened. The Suns hold up incredibly. They only have 7 wounds on them. These guys only get 5 wounds. Yep, I did do, I guess 3 wounds. He did pretty good. He did 3 wounds. Well, he is Crushing Strength 1 and Thunder's Charge 2. So when he goes in 5 attacks, hit on 3s, he can put on some wounds. So I did 3 wounds here. Nerve check, he's fine. And this is where it ends. Turn 5, we were about to play it, and I was looking at the table, and there was just no way that I was getting any points. Yeah, it was. I feel like it was just a game that got away from me, and I can't really blame. We were joking saying that Lengel cheated, but I really can't blame him for it because I should be asking the right questions. Warhammer was a lot like that. You just had to know. The game was about information, especially against an army that you don't play too often, and asking the right questions and understanding the rules of the game really really help. And I just didn't do that. I just didn't do that in this game. I think it was just because I was a little rusty. The list is pretty new. I'm familiar with all of the units, but kind of reconfigured some things. So yeah, I think to replay that, I had that game. I had that game locked up. It was just I just made a mistake with the Bloodsworn, not knowing that I couldn't reform. But had I prodded for like an extra half a second, I would have figured out, how that would go down. But anyway, it was a fun game and it was a good warm up. we didn't total it up, but he definitely got a big tournament win. So I got another battle report coming up from this day. Uh, playing Alan's High Elves, and it's a fun game. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.